Hey everyone, you're watching another episode of In Studio, and today's special guest is Luke Benward. Hey.
Yo, yo, yo.
How are you? Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Happy New
Howdy's
Year.
right. That's the way everyone should be greeted.
Now, my biggest idea for this interview was to get a magic 8-ball and then have all the answers and questions be done through that.
No way.
Yeah. No, it was a cool idea. You've never heard of it before, right?
Yeah, no, I've never heard it.
So what I guess is going on in your life that you would want to ask this magic, now invisible 8-ball?
2018 was great. We're about a week into 2019. I mean, you gotta ask like a yes or no, right? So I guess I'd say, is 2019 gonna be the best one yet?
And the answer is, ask again later.
Damn it.
Maybe we'll find out by the end of 2019
always the worst
if
way.
it was a good year. Now, obviously, you're here to talk all things Dumplin. And first I want to ask you, what was your reaction to landing this role, and how has this role, I guess specifically, been different for you in your career? Because you've been acting for a while now, but this kind of seems like a reintroduction of Luke Benward. I don't know if you agree with that.
No,
or...
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope that, you know, I continue to have these, you know, reiterations of Luke Benward. But yeah, no, Bo was just, I was really, you know, refreshed, honestly, to kind of get this boyfriend, you know, the boy next door, like, love interest, who isn't just a monotone, you know, just kind of like side character. Like, he's a very pivotal character, and he's very dynamic, and he, you know, has these beautiful scenes with Willadine that are so honest and raw, and truly are kind of the through line of the main story, which is
it all comes back to that too.
Exactly, yeah. So that was huge, and Bo is just like the perfect character. He grew, and like at first you kind of can pin him, and you're like, oh, okay, I probably get what that guy's like, prep school, like athlete, and then like towards the end he comes full circle.
I think you're beautiful. To hell with anyone else who's ever made you feel less than that.
What would you say, I guess, was the key to playing him and the key of portraying him and Willadine's relationship?
I met with Anne, and it was amazing, and like I just Anne Fletcher, the director, and right away I could just tell that this movie was gonna have so much heart, because she was just so passionate, and she was just so confident and carefree, and like she was just ready to go, and so like in the preparation, my main thing I wanted to focus on was just honesty, because it didn't work if you didn't believe that they actually, you know, liked each other, and so that was kind of, you know, I just wanted to make sure that every word that came out felt like it was, you know, Bo just speaking from his soul, you know, what he's always wanted. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And the film obviously it's about Willadine, and one thing that shows through her is your relationship, because she's not confident that you like her. She's confused why you like her, but at the end you obviously come back together because she kind of gets that confidence of who she really is, and she tells you she's got disqualified. You tell her that's my girl. So it really is like a full circle moment.
Absolutely.
Danielle Macdonald obviously is your co-star. What was shooting with her like? What is she kind of like on set?
She's a movie star.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like it was amazing. Yeah, she's not only crazy talented. She's like one of the dopest people. Yeah. Like, well, yeah, she's got a phenomenal sense of humor, and it was amazing. I have nothing bad to say. All great things. I hope to work with her again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what about your other co-stars in the movie? You didn't really get to film with a lot of other people. Who do you wish you kind of got to film with?
Yeah, well, we got like, it was great because we were all staying in the same hotel, and we'd all get dinner and that kind of stuff. So I was able to kind of get close with everyone except the one person I knew going into the production. We Dove. Yeah. Who we did a film together in the past. I didn't even see her one time. Not one time. It was insane
too.
Like, it was cool. Like, I missed Dove. Yeah. I haven't seen her in like 5 years. It feels like, and we were in the same movie and like never even like crossed paths.
I'm sure you'll cross paths.
I mean, eventually, I'm sure. But yeah, that was a bummer.
Another big star, I guess, in the movie is Jennifer Aniston, obviously. Yes. And Friends is also on Netflix. I don't know, are you a big Friends fan?
I love Friends, yeah.
Okay, I'm dying to know, which Friends character would you say you are?
Oh, that's probably Chandler.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty dry.
That's fair.
Kind of, yeah.
He's one of the best characters, too. Oh, yeah. In the film, Dolly Parton obviously has a huge presence through her music, but also through being an icon and kind of motivating these women to be who they are. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite Dolly Parton song?
I want to say Jolene. I just feel like that's like the go-to. You know what I mean? But like, what a song! Honestly, what I was most I was talking to Son about this a few months ago too. I was amazed. I had no idea that she wrote "I Will Always Love You."
Yeah, she did. She did the original.
I was talking to someone, and I was just that enamored me even more.
Yeah. Now, towards the end of the film, well, actually at the very end, you guys kind of do like this dance scene-ish where you guys are all together. Can you talk about the filming of that? And it seems like you kind of just improvise and were yourself. So.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Anne had, I guess, a microphone, or maybe she was just yelling, but essentially they were just playing the song, and she'd be like, all right, I want blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah on stage. And we just, like, whoever she called out would just go up and...
Pull it together.
Yeah, just dance and do whatever they wanted. It was, like, a nice 3 or 4 hours. I believe it was the last day of shooting, too, where we just kind of were just, like, partying, dancing. And, like, if whoever wasn't dancing was just sitting in the audience watching, it was, nonchalant.
Now, going back kind of to this role kind of being a reintroduction for you, you've been acting for a while, obviously, on the Disney Channel. What do you think it was about this role, and I guess you portraying it, that kind of garnered all these new fans? Obviously, Netflix had a big part in it, but what was it about this role?
Well, one, I think...
Everyone's talking about you, man. Can't stop talking about you.
Obviously, Netflix has a tremendous amount of pull nowadays, so anything going on...
And you're friends with Noah Centineo, who also kind of had this...
Yeah. Noah blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, he's megastar. No, I mean, I think Bo's a very easy person to like. I mean, he's true to himself. He seems to be very confident, in what we've seen so far of him. And I can only speak from my perspective, but, like, confidence is a huge thing, knowing who you are, and, like, I think that's a huge thing for him.
Yeah. Now he works at what's the burger place name again? I forget.
Harpies.
Harpies.
Yeah.
Working throughout Hollywood, have there been any like odd jobs that you've had throughout your career, like early in your career?
No. I started so young, and it was like growing up. It was extracurricular. I started at 5, so like from kindergarten, basically like I acted and then I like played football, and so it was kind of like awesome. That's what I did. And then junior year is when I was like, all right, like this is my career. Yeah. Really kind of buckled down, and then moved out here, and the ball has kind of been rolling. I've just been kind of lucky in that way.
Where are you from originally?
Nashville, just outside.
Oh,
Nashville.
that's awesome. Do you go back a lot, or?
Yeah, well, I try to at least once a year. Yeah, got
awesome.
all my friends there, and they're all getting married now too. So actually,
a lot of like the East Coast. I'm from Boston, so like a lot of my East Coast friends get married.
Yeah, they're all getting hitched.
Now starting your career so young, what kind of first film role you saw on screen or TV role kind of made you want to act, and like what inspired you as a young actor?
I would say the first time I ever watched a character and was like, holy crap, that is like the pinnacle, that is a goal, was my mom put on Primal Fear. In my room, and was like, watch this. She was like, let me know when they put the tape in, because they have like the porn tapes, and she wanted to skip it. She was like, let me know as soon as they pull the tape out. And I was like, the tape? She's like, yes, you'll know. And I was like, okay. So I skipped over that part, but man, when I got to the end of that movie, I just had no words. I came back out and I was like, holy crap.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, as an actor now, I guess, which roles are you looking to get, and like where do you want to see your career?
I want more movies with heart, obviously. Yeah, get to the, I don't want to beat around the bush. I like how honest and raw and true this movie was. Yeah. So that, as far as picking films, but as far as characters, I'm looking to cover the board. Yeah. I got Fry Cook under my belt now, so. That's awesome. Yeah.
Now, for a lot of people who are kind of just learning about you or just kind of discovering you, what's a typical day for Luke? What do you do when you wake up? What's a Friday night like?
Yeah, I mean, Friday night, I'm boring, honestly. Okay. I like...
Tell the world.
I like chilling. Yeah. I play basketball probably a couple times a week with some buddies, and my extra, I don't really go to the gym. It's like, that's my, workout. I got, dumbbells at home, so but I'm a homebody. I wake up, I drink coffee. Usually I try to watch, a movie at some point, whether it's afternoon or, in the evening. Awesome. I'm chill.
That's cool. You're pretty active on Instagram. What would you say has been the pro of Instagram and kind of the downfall of Instagram as of late?
Thank you for saying that I'm active on Instagram, because I don't feel that I'm very good on Instagram at all. No, I just
funny captions.
Thanks. That's honestly where I get the most enjoyment at is the captions. No,
it's a writing quality too. Like not anyone can just like write a caption. That's how I feel when I post my stuff.
He's really building me up right now. No, Instagram's. I mean, it's great. I've had to kind of work on it, but like when I would express to people like, oh, I just like, I don't know, like I just hate like self-promoting, like blah blah blah, and everyone's like, you don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. And then I was like,
that's what I think you kind of owned, which is good.
Cool. I'm glad I've moved in that area. Yeah, I just kind of took that approach, just kind of effing around.
Now, one thing Netflix has been doing a lot lately with the world of rom-coms and this kind of bringing back the rom-com is also, when it works, let's make another one. Is there a Dumplin sequel fans can expect? Would you want to see that, and where would the story go, you think?
I know that there is a sequel in the books.
Okay.
Yeah, she just wrote Puddin', and I believe she's traveling around right now. And I believe the lead of that would be Maddie Baileo's character, Millie Mitchell-Chuck. But I haven't received any news that it's actually going to production. I just know that there is a template for it, so we'll see in this next year. That's another Ask Again Later Magic Ball.
What would you want to see for, I guess, that should have been your Magic Ball. What would you want to see, where would you want to see Bo? I mean, obviously, there's probably a story you might know about for...
Yeah, I mean, Julie Murphy, the author, definitely told me a little bit, but... I mean, as far as I know, Bo and Will are together, and going through the trials and tribulations of being in a relationship. So.
Now, one of my favorite moments was Willadine on stage for her talent portion, which she finally kind of owned her magic skills, which is actually pretty impressive. Yeah. What would your talent be if you were in that talent show?
Bo, if Bo is in.
Bo, I guess, and Luke.
When I was working every day. Just because I was like, I gotta look like a fry cook. I was like, I would like count how many flips I could get and then like catch it on a spatula.
That's so awesome.
So I mean, if I would have worked on that.
That's awesome.
Got like 15 probably. Exactly.
Now you have a few projects coming up. Next up, that's really big is Grand Isle.
Yeah.
What can you tease about that, and what was kind of your experience working with Nicolas Cage, and how closely did you work with together?
Very closely. Yeah. It's a thriller. I'm not actually sure how much I can share. We haven't even finished We haven't even finished filming it yet. We actually have to go back in a couple weeks and do some pickup shots in the UK. But
I guess what's the premise? I guess
basically it's a thriller that centers around a handyman who gets called out to this house on the boondocks of Grand Isle, which is, if you don't know, in Louisiana. And it's owned by Nick's character, Walter, who is this psychotic kind of ex-Marine who had kind of a break because he really didn't get his full... No. He basically got hurt, and then his whole platoon died. So that's kind of always been his reserve, is like, I never got to like prove myself. Okay. And then his wife is this kind of voodoo, weird... You never really get the answer, dark character, and basically I get stuck out there in a hurricane, and it's basically weird, weird. It's kind of Get Out feeling where it's like you slowly are just like, why is everything feeling so weird until everything is kind of shit hits.
And something seems up with the wife, the way you described her. Something.
There's something up with both.
Both wives.
Oh, there's something up with both. Yeah, it's a dark movie. Yeah, it's I think it's gonna be good, yeah.
And you're going back for reshoots or just to finish production?
Just finish. We have a couple just pickup shots with Kelsey Grammer. Actually,
awesome.
I'm really excited about that.
That's crazy.
Whole interrogation thing with me and him, so it's gonna be cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming in. What do you want to say to your fans before we?
Thank you so much for your support.
You can watch Dumplin on Netflix right now.
Cha-ching.